nowhere, and nothing happens back, even though you try. And I don't know how to change that. I don't know where that is. I don't say that's a county government responsibility. I think it's all of our responsibilities to let people know what resources are available and how they might be able to input into those resources or connect up or something.
Any other comments from the public? Yes, sir.
One of the problems with having business people step up is if you're a government agency and they're a business, they don't necessarily feel like they want to come into that government agency and be part of that agency. One of the things I would suggest is a form of an ad hoc committee by people that want to really volunteer and roll up their sleeves and come up with some solutions. You're spending a good deal of resources for the taxpayers and the ratepayers already in these groups. You could use some of that energy and focus it in a method that may solve your solutions, because although there's a lot of wonderful people in those committees and groups, typically they're government people. They're not business people. If you go to a lot of those meetings and ask them how many people, one of the things I always do when I go to one of the boards is ask them how many people get a government check of any level, raise their hand. And typically most of the meetings I go to, I'm the only one that doesn't raise my hand. So they're receiving government money, and business people just have kind of a tough time with that, because if you were going to be in business, you necessarily wouldn't be working for the government.
Well, I have more to say
John,
about that.
before I move on, I passed this list of cooperators to Allison Glassy, and I've added MCEM, or
ECM.
ECC, whatever it is.
Good.
The Employers Council, just to provide the opportunity to glean from some of the professionals of where we already are. So I've suggested to Allison that she offer that to you as a way to provide that avenue you just spoke of.
And I could just say, there is a category of community and private groups, and so, but we can separately list the Employers Council. I also wanted to say that the Workforce Investment Board by law is required to be over 50% private sector. And so the strong hope is when it comes to really looking at the economic development goals, again, I'm talking about a plan required by the federal government, but hey, you've got to do it. But the hope is that that's a way that private sector can be involved, where they don't have to actually be on the WIC, they can just join those subcommittees. And, because a lot of times I think business people don't want to sign up long-term for stuff. And so this is a way they can be involved in the short-term activity, give of their expertise, and then get out of there when they want to. I do have to respond to 103 government jobs.
130.
130. It's not in the county. And I would just remind people that casinos are considered government agencies in these statistics, so that sometimes skews the results you get for government jobs. But
They came from the Whitney,
yeah,
those numbers.
right. Well, but they take them from EDD, so that's
All I can do is get the numbers that they give me. I can't.
no.
If I use a freedom of information act
I'm
and
just
get
letting you
numbers,
know that
I'll use those
casinos are
numbers.
considered government.
Supervisor, you have final comment?
Yeah, I actually do, because this meeting is agendized for discussion and possible action for dealing with economic development strategy. I would, and I brought this up, it's no new or shocking thought, but I brought this up and it's probably as good a time ever. I'd like to make a motion that we waive the building fees for second residences 1,000 square feet or less. It's a form, it'll address the issue that we talked about, affordable housing. It'll address the issue of economic stimulus. And I think it'll create some sort of, put carpenters to work and things like that. And so I don't see any better time than to make that motion right now.
I don't think that this agenda covers something that specific.
That's fine. I'll withdraw my motion, but I got the thought out there.
And the last word.
I will be bringing it forward.
Choose to have the last word.
I understand. You have the last word, I have the second to the last word. It's public comment. I had written down a number of different thoughts as we were going through, and supervisors were talking. I'm just gonna run down some random thoughts. Biomass is certainly something that's not really specifically covered in anything that we're doing, but I think there's a lot of potential for Mendocino County. The group that Supervisor Smith has been working with in the coast forest residues and important component of biomass. And that's one certainly we want to try and work into somehow. If we do F&G or some infrastructure, we certainly do want to try and address biomass there. There's the myth of industry. I've heard ever since I've been in Mendocino County, how everybody wants to locate here, and I hear all the time about the industrial development. I haven't had a call in over a year. There isn't anybody that wants to put an industrial building here because you don't have water, you don't have employees, you don't have housing. So I think this industry myth that's out there, at some point we have to put that a little bit aside while we concentrate on the other things.